Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to 3CTVLive.com and tonight's Ches-Mont Championship basketball game between the Bishop Shanahan Eagles and the Coatesville Red Raiders. We are here at Downingtown West High School, the Wagner Gymnasium, as Bishop Shanahan, the number 2 seed in the Chesmont National Division, will face the Coatesville Red Raiders, the number 1 seed in the Chesmont National Division. Bishop Shanahan, coached by Mr. Ken Doyle, comes into tonight's game with a record of 17 wins and 6 losses. The Coatesville Red Raiders, coached by Chuck Moore, come into tonight's game with a record of 19 wins and 4 losses. And the Bishop Shanahan Eagles are now taking the floor. They will be the visiting team tonight and wearing their green uniforms. Both teams reached here by different methods. Bishop Shanahan defeated Great Valley on Tuesday night in the semifinals, 52-29. The Eagles had a pretty easy time of it, leading the entire game and putting Great Valley away easily. The Coatesville Red Raiders had a much more difficult task getting here. Coatesville defeated Ruston High 51-49 and needed a buzzer beater from freshman Jamar Brickus to win the game. Coatesville jumped out to an early lead. Ruston came back, and as a matter of fact, Ruston had the lead in the fourth quarter. Coatesville was forced to pull the game out in the waning minutes. We're expecting a battle of wills here tonight. Can Coatesville put pressure on Shanahan and force up tempo? Can Shanahan control the ball and keep the game in the 40s, which is what they want to do? We'll be ready for game time here soon. So again, thank you for tuning in. 3CTVLive.com and Ches-Mont Championship Basketball. Thank you. As our two teams wind up warming up here on the floor before the start of tonight's game, we'll give you some brief background information on what's going on here tonight. Coatesville won the national division. Bishop Shanahan was the second place team. Both teams won on Tuesday night, setting up this matchup for the Ches-Mont title. The teams faced each other twice during the regular season. In December, the game was played at Coatesville, and the Red Raiders won 56-50. In January, the matchup was at Bishop Shanahan, and the Eagles won that game 48-47. Both teams are going into the district playoffs. Coatesville is in the 6A classification, and they will be the number 4 seed going into the 6A District 1 playoffs. Bishop Shanahan is in the 5A classification, and they are also the number 4 seed going in to the District 1 playoffs, again in the 5A classification. In the Tuesday night games, Bishop Shanahan was led by David Angelo, who hit 6 3-pointers and scored 20 points. Dan Brown for Bishop Shanahan scored 15 points, including getting his 1,000th point of his high school career. Quite an accomplishment. For the Coatesville Red Raiders, Jameer Brickus, who hit the game winner with 2.5 seconds left, was the only Raider in double figures. He had 20 points. Dupre Bryant, another freshman for the Red Raiders, came off the bench to score 8 very big points, 6 in the second half. And the Raiders' 6'9" center, Tyrell Bladen, started off the game very hot, scoring the Raiders' first 5 points of the game, and he wound up with 9 on the game. That's where we stand. Teams warming up, getting ready for this Ches-Mont championship game. And the teams have finished their warm-ups. They've gone to their benches. We'll have a few brief announcements, and then we'll have our starting lineups, and we'll be ready to go here. Again, we really thank you for tuning in to 3ctvlive.com. If you're watching this game, it's been archived. Call and tell your friends that the basketball game, the Ches-Mont title game, is being shown, and they can log on to 3ctvlive.com and watch this Ches-Mont championship game. We're expecting a good one here. The number 1 and the number 2 seeds have made it to the title game. Coatesville Red Raiders are the defending Ches-Mont champs. Coatesville defeated Downingtown West last year in the title game. Both teams won the semifinal games Tuesday night to get here tonight. Bishop Shanahan easily defeating Great Valley. Coatesville having to get a buzzer beater from Jameer Brickus to defeat Ruston High. And now we're going to have our starting lineups. Bishop Shanahan will be the visiting squad. They will be in their green uniforms. Kevin Dodds, center for Bishop Shanahan. First player introduced. David Angelo, number 22. He lit it up on Tuesday night, hitting 6 3-pointers for the Eagles. Number 32, Thomas Ford, next starter for Bishop Shanahan. Number 23 is Dan Brown. Brown had 15 points on Tuesday night. including scoring his 1,000th point. And the final starter, number 5, John Kaczynski. Again, the Eagles are coached by Ken Doyle. They come into tonight's game with a record of 17 wins and 6 losses. And now we'll have the Coatesville Red Raiders starting lineup. They will be the home team on the scoreboard, and they are in their white uniforms. Number 1, Hassan Young. Number 2, Jameer Brickus. Now number 5, Kamayu Brickus. The center for the Red Raiders, number 11, Tyrell Bladen. At 6'9", he will have a major height advantage in today's game. And the final and 5th Raiders starter, number 21, Joe Bulware. The Red Raiders are coached by Chuck Moore. They come into tonight's game with a record of 19 wins and 4 losses. Again, the number 1 seed and the defending Ches-Mont champions. We will be ready for basketball here shortly. Good crowd here at Downingtown West tonight, the Wagner Gymnasium. And now our national anthem. And the crowd roars its approval. All preparations have been made. Coaches giving their final instructions. And now it's time to play basketball. Crowd is really into this one. Good cheering sections from both the Coatesville and the Bishop Shanahan students. Opening tap, Kevin Dodds, number 10 for Shanahan, going up against number 11, Tyrell Bladen of the Red Raiders. Again, thank you for joining 3ctvlive.com for the Chesmont Championship basketball game. Making an announcement now, telling fans to squeeze in because of the big crowd we have tonight. Not quite a packed house, but more fans are streaming in. And here we go, Ches-Mont Championship basketball. Shanahan gets the tap. Number 22, Angelo. Coatesville opens up, dropping. Number 23, Dan Brown, hits the three-pointer. Shanahan opens in a 2-3 zone. High lob pass to Bladen for the 2 points for the Red Raiders. Coatesville showing a little bit of full court press. Number 5, Kaczynski hits for the Eagles. 5-2 Eagles early on. Shanahan playing a fairly tight 2-3 zone. That's Kamayu Brickus shooting and missing, and Shanahan controls the boards. Good dish inside to Dodds, who gets the field goal. Shanahan jumps out to a quick 7-2 lead. The Eagles are going to play a tight 2-3 zone and make the Raiders shoot from the outside. Missed shot there by number 1 of the Red Raiders, Young. And the foul's called on number 2, Jameer Brickus. His team's first of the quarter. Again, some full court pressure by the Red Raiders. Jump ball with the alternating possession. Ball will be Coatesville's ball. Two minutes into the game, Bishop Shanahan out quickly with a 7-2 lead. Shanahan front men drop back. The Eagles staying in that 2-3 zone. Kamayu Brickus handling for Coatesville. He tries the high lob pass up to Bladen, but a foul is called. Foul's called on number 5 of Shanahan, Kaczynski, his first, the team's first. Bladen will be going to the free throw line, shooting 2 shots. Good on the second one, making the score 7-3. Eagles in front. Some full court pressure by Coatesville here. Eagles quickly upfield, up court to Brown, who shoots and misses. And now Coatesville wants to get out and run. And number 5, Kamayu Brickus scores off the feed from number 2, Jameer Brickus. Seven to 5, Shanahan with the early lead. Coatesville playing man-to-man defense by the Red Raiders against Shanahan. And the foul is called on number 5, Kamayu Brickus. That is his first. Second team foul on the Red Raiders this half. Shanahan inbounds from the side. Coatesville looking to trap. Shanahan looking to be patient. And that is number 32. Scoring, that is Thomas Ford with the field goal. 9-5 Eagles. 4.5 minutes to play in the first quarter. We're still in the 2-3 zone by Bishop Shanahan. That is number 1 for the Red Raiders, Hassan Young hitting the three-pointer. Hassan Young with the three-pointer from the top against the 2-3 zone. 9-8, Bishop Shanahan approaching 4 minutes to play in the quarter. That's number 23. Brown taking to the hole, getting the foul called. Foul's called on number 1, Hassan Young of the Red Raiders. His first, team's third. That'll send number 23, Dan Brown, to the free throw line, shooting 2 shots. Brown gets a second one. And hits them both. 11-8. Shanahan Eagles just under 4 minutes to play in the first quarter. Again, Shanahan staying 2-3 zone. Seeing if Coatesville can hit outside shots. Kamayu Brickus up top with the feed for the Red Raiders. Very nice slice and drive by number 5, Kamayu Brickus, all the way to the hole against the zone for the field goal. 11-10 Eagles. Coatesville stays in their man-to-man defense. Nice post up there. And the ball stripped away, and Brickus, Jameer Brickus, gets the steal. Raiders push. As Hassan Young drives, the foul is called. Foul's called on number 5, Kaczynski. That is his second team foul for Bishop Shanahan. Raiders inbound from underneath their own basket. Eagles stay 2-3 zone. Hassan Young up top for the Red Raiders against the zone. Scramble for the ball, and Raiders come up with it. Block on the play. Number 32, Thomas Ford, blocks the shot by Joe Bulware. Goes out of bounds, so the Red Raiders keep possession. 2:36 to play, 11-10 Bishop Shanahan. Deep corner for Brickus, in and out. Number 1, Hassan Young follows up with the field goal. Coatesville takes the lead now, 12-11, 2:20 to play in the first quarter. 3-point attempt there by Brown, comes off, but he tracks down his own rebound. Number 32, Thomas Ford, scores for Bishop Shanahan. Kamayu Brickus' shot is off, but the Raiders track down the offensive rebound and reset. And again, the Raiders get an offensive rebound. Jameer Brickus, the freshman, smallest man on the court, comes up with an offensive rebound. Foul was called on the Eagles. Coatesville will take possession underneath their own basket. Foul was called on number 22 of Bishop Shanahan. That's David Angelo, his first. Coatesville inbounding. And the ball stolen away by the Eagles. Angelo drives. Foul is called on the Red Raiders. Tion Holmes draws the foul. Angelo to the free throw line, shooting 2. And he hits them both. 14-12, Eagles, minute 20 to play in the first quarter of the Chesmont championship game here on 3CTVLive.com. Shanahan remaining in that 2-3 zone, daring Coatesville to show that they can shoot from the outside. Kamayu Brickus on the feed. Dupree Bryant on the drive. Rebound by Tion Holmes as the Red Raiders really hit the boards there. Foul called on Shanahan. Foul's called on number 10, Dodds of Bishop Shanahan. That is actually I've had the wrong number there, folks. That is number 10, Avery Brown for the Red Raiders, who has been in there, and he hits his first free throw and gets a second. And this is the second, rebounded by the Eagles. 15-13, Shanahan leads, 40 seconds to play in the quarter. Ford drives and is blocked by Bladen of the Red Raiders. The big center gets a piece of the ball. Coatesville continues to work it around on the outside of Shanahan's zone. Looks like the Raiders might hold for the last shot here. They'll hold for the last shot of the quarter. Bryant into Brickus and back up top to Kamayu. Brickus to Dupree. And the shot rolls out. We come to the end of the first quarter of our Ches-Mont championship game. Bishop Shanahan Eagles 15, Coatesville Red Raiders 13. The game has probably been played at a little bit quicker pace than Shanahan wants to. Coatesville wants this game to get into the 60s. Shanahan would like the game to probably stay in the 40s. The Raiders have imposed their pace a little bit on the game. Shanahan staying in a tight 2-3 zone, daring Coatesville to see if they can hit three-pointers from the outside. Red Raiders have just one three-point field goal made in the first half. Bishop Shanahan has taken the ball to the hole pretty well against the Red Raiders. Multiple drives to the hoop. As we come out and start the second quarter with the alternating possession, it will be Bishop Shanahan's ball to start the second quarter. Again, this is Scott Kershey bringing our game tonight, Ches-Mont championship game here on 3CTVLive.com. If you're watching this game, call your friends, tell them it's on, tell them to tune in, log on to 3CTVLive.com and watch the Ches-Mont championship game for the boys. Shanahan to start the quarter. Coatesville has now gone zone. Coatesville in the 2-3 zone. Number 24, Joe O'Malley hits the three-pointer. Coatesville on the run. The call is a jump ball. As Bladen misses the shot, and then there's a tie-up. Alternating possession gives the ball to Coatesville. Raiders inbounding underneath their own basket. Jameer Brickus in the corner, now moves it out front. Avery Young playing the high post for the Raiders on the offense. Kamayu Brickus on the point for the Red Raiders. Dupree Bryant, number 4, the freshman, on the one wing. No. Shot by Jameer Brickus is off, but Dupree Bryant pulls down the rebound. And the ball stripped away. Shanahan on the break. Layups missed, and here come the Red Raiders on the break. Rebound pulled down by Bladen, but he travels on the play. And the Red Raiders have decided to call a timeout. Coatesville takes a 30-second timeout. We have 6:49 to play in the second quarter. Shanahan out in front, 18-13. Right now, the Eagles have been able to get to the hoop against Coatesville's man-to-man. The Raiders did go 2-3 zone here early in the second quarter. And Shanahan promptly hit a three-pointer by Joe O'Malley. After the timeout, Shanahan ball. Coatesville's coming out showing a little bit of full court pressure. And there has to be a substitution here for the Red Raiders. That's number 12, Tion Holmes, checking into the lineup for Tyrell Bladen. And the call is a block. A blocking foul is called on number 10, Avery Young of the Red Raiders. That is his first. It's the team's 5th foul of the first half. On the 7th, we'll be shooting 1-1. Coatesville back to man-to-man. Shanahan trying to run motion offense. Angelo with the ball. Drive is blocked by the Red Raiders. Scramble on the floor, and then a foul is called against Shanahan. Foul's called on number 32, Thomas Ford. His first, 15 foul on Shanahan in the first half. Coatesville comes up court facing the Shanahan zone. Dupree Bryant on the feed for the Red Raiders. Goes inside, and number 12, Tion Holmes scores for the Red Raiders. 18-15, Shanahan leads. Three-pointer is missed, but Shanahan with the board. And number 10, Kevin Dodds. Shanahan center with the field goal. 20-15 Eagles. Hassan Young and Dupree Bryant on the outside handling the ball for Coatesville. Shanahan is now showing a 3-2 zone. After playing 2-3 most of the way. Player control foul is called against number 4, Dupree Bryant. That'll bring number 5, Kamayu Brickus, back into the lineup for the Red Raiders. Long pass down court, and it's good. Number 5, John Kaczynski scores for the Eagles. Shanahan handled the Raiders' press that time. And that is number 1, Hassan Young, hitting the three-pointer, his second three-pointer of the first half. Coatesville stays man-to-man. Scramble for the ball. Bishop Shanahan's number 5, John Kaczynski, manages to throw it off a Coatesville player. And it'll be Shanahan's ball underneath their own basket. 21, Joe Bullware, starter, checks back into the Coatesville lineup. Whoa. And that's a traveling call against the Eagles. Coatesville take over. 4:11 to play in the first half. Bishop Shanahan 22, Coatesville 18 in the Ches-Mont title game here on 3CTVLive.com. Scott Kershey announcing your game here from Wagner Gymnasium at Downingtown West High School. Kamayu Brickus kicks into the corner, and that's going to be a traveling call against the Red Raiders. Shanahan center number 10, Dodds, checks back into the game. So right away, Coatesville puts their 6'9" center, Bladen, back into the game. Still some full court pressure from the Red Raiders. Shanahan has handled it very well so far. Ball tipped around, but Shanahan keeps it. Still loose. Eagles get it. Missed shot there by Bladen on the fast break for the Red Raiders. Shanahan comes away with it. Shanahan continues to try and drive against the Red Raiders. O'Malley manages to throw the ball off of Coatesville as he was starting to lose control. Eagles will keep it underneath their own hoop. Inbound goes to Dodds. Now Angelo handling out top. Angelo's shot is off. Coatesville comes away with the rebound, pushing it down court. Kamayu Brickus into Jameer Brickus, and then back out front. In and out on the three-pointer attempt by Jameer Brickus. Shanahan starts to push it, but then holds up. 2:20 to play until halftime. 22-18, Bishop Shanahan leads Coatesville. Long three-point attempt, way off on that time by Deering of Bishop Shanahan. Jamar Brickus pushes it. Hassan Young with the handle. Again, Shanahan zoned up, 2-3 zone by the Eagles. Joe Bullware high for the Red Raiders on the high post. Hassan Young up top handling. He slices and misses, but Bladen turns it over. Shanahan ball. Nice pick and roll. And the ball goes inside. Number 10, Dodds, on the nice pick and roll by the Eagles. 1:25 to play. 24-18, Shanahan leads Coatesville in the first half. Until Coatesville shows they can hit some jump shots, Shanahan is going to continue to stay in this zone. Pass inside to Bullware, and he is fouled. Foul's called on number 5, Kaczynski of Bishop Shanahan. 21, Joe Bullware goes to the free throw line for Coatesville, shooting 2. That is Kaczynski's 3rd foul. He is a starter for the Eagles, so he's going to have to come out of the game here, picking up his 3rd. Boulware shooting 2 for Coatesville. First one's out. And he misses them both. Under 1 minute to play in the second quarter. Bishop Shanahan 24, Coatesville 18. Coatesville stays man-to-man. This is Brown from the corner, in and out. But Coatesville rebounds and throws it away. Raiders are looking to fast break, but it was a bad pass, turnover. Foul's called on the play. Foul's called on number 2, Jameer Brickus. It's only the 16th foul, so we're not shooting one-on-one. It's Brickus' second. Shanahan will inbound underneath their own hoop. 27 seconds to play till halftime. Inside to Dodds. Good defense by the Red Raiders. Coatesville should have the last shot of the half. Shot is missed. Wild scramble for the ball. Jump ball winds up being the call. On the alternating possession, the ball will go to Bishop Shanahan. 1.4 seconds to play. In the second quarter, it'll be Bishop Shanahan ball. Avery Young checks in for the Red Raiders. Shanahan inbounding under our own hoop. We'll try a quick hitter here. There's the lob, and it's just off. Lob in to Dodds. The shot falls off. We have reached halftime here in the Ches-Mont championship game. At the half, Bishop Shanahan Eagles 24, Coatesville Red Raiders 18. First quarter score, Bishop Shanahan led 15-13. So in that quarter, Bishop Shanahan scored 9 points. Coatesville was held to 5. That's more to the pace that Bishop Shanahan wants, 24-18. Again, the Eagles want to keep the score of this game probably in the 40s. The Red Raiders would like to get it into the 60s. Shanahan remained zone defense the entire first half. 2-3 zone, and they showed some 3-2 zone. And they're just daring Coatesville to show they can make some three-pointers. Hassan Young of the Red Raiders hit 2, but that's it. Red Raiders have not shown any consistent outside shooting. Bishop Shanahan continues to be very patient on the offensive end against Coatesville's man-to-man, and they have been able to take the ball to the basket against the Red Raiders, scoring on multiple drives and getting fouled. So when we come out for the second half, in the alternating possession, Coatesville will get the ball to start the third quarter. They'll be trailing by 6, and we'll see what the Red Raiders want to do in the second half. teams have finished their warm-ups here at halftime, heading to their bench for their last-minute instructions. Again, in our Ches-Mont title game here on 3ctvlive.com. Bishop Shanahan leads at the half 24-18 over the Coatesville Red Raiders. In the first half for Bishop Shanahan, their leading scorer was number 10, Kevin Dodds, who just had 6 points. Very balanced scoring for the Eagles. For the Coatesville Red Raiders, leading scorer at the half, number 1, Hassan Young, had 8 points. Again, the score at the end of the first quarter was Bishop Shanahan 15, Coatesville 13. Shanahan outscored Coatesville 9-5 in the second quarter to have this lead. Teams coming out on the court for the start of the third quarter. With the alternating possession, Coatesville Red Raiders will have the ball to start the third quarter. Shanahan is probably going to stay in that zone defense until Coatesville shows that they can hit some shots. And the Eagles do come out in the 2-3 zone to start the half. Starting lineups for both teams. And the foul is called on number 1, Coatesville center Bladen, inside for pushing off, trying to get open against the zone. That is his first foul. Coatesville man-to-man. Raiders trying to put some pressure, keeping pressure on Shanahan, even 30, 40 feet from the hoop. Jump shot is off, and Red Raiders rebound, and away they go. Number 1, Hassan Young on the field goal for Coatesville. 7 minutes to play. Bishop Shanahan 24, Coatesville 20. And a turnover. Jameer Brickus scores. And a quick timeout for the Eagles. Coming out of the half, we see what the strategy is by both teams. Coatesville's thought is, we're going to increase the pressure, get them full court. Even in the half court, we're going to pressure Bishop Shanahan's ball handlers 30 and 40 feet from the basket. Bishop Shanahan has come out with the same attitude. We're going to play a tight 2-3 zone and make Coatesville shoot jump shots over top of us. But so far, Coatesville has had their way in the very early going here. Coatesville was called for an early foul. They forced Shanahan to call an early timeout here. And so it'll be the Eagles' ball going the length of the court. 6 minutes, 54 seconds to play in the third quarter. Bishop Shanahan 24, Coatesville 22. And the Chesmont title game here on 3ctvlive.com. And the Raiders in the full court man pressure. Angelo handling the ball. Coatesville looking to run and jump, looking to double team. Play cut off there by the Red Raiders. And Hassan Young forces a turnover. He smacks the ball off of 23 Brown's leg, and Coatesville takes over. Very noticeable that Coatesville has turned the pressure up here to start the third quarter. Hassan Young with the ball up top. Joe Bulware on the high post. Young slices, misses. Young got the rebound, but he was standing out of bounds. Bishop Shanahan ball. Eagles are using the pass into their center, Dodds. to help break the press. Shanahan scrambling around a bit now on offense as Coatesville's turned up the heat. Now they seem to get under control. Ford with a drive, nice kick. Shanahan rebounds the air ball. Scramble for the ball, and a foul is called on the Red Raiders. Foul's called on number 1, Hassan Young. Second team foul for the Red Raiders in the third quarter. It is Hassan Young's second personal foul. Shanahan will inbound underneath their own hoop. Oh, nice, and the ball stolen away by Young. Charge is taken. Number 5, John Kaczynski, picks up the charge as Hassan Young gets called for the offensive foul. That is Young's third, so he'll go to the bench. Number 4, Dupre Bryant checks in for the Red Raiders. $4-0 scoring so far this quarter for Coatesville. Shanahan's yet to score here in the third quarter. Clean steal by Kamayu Brickus. Back to Brickus, and he misses the layup. Bullware with the rebound. He misses, but there is a foul. Foul's called on number 5, Kaczynski of Shanahan. That is his 4th foul. Starter Kaczynski now with 4. 21 Bullware at the free throw line, shooting 2 for Coatesville. Free throw missed. .24 O'Malley checks into Shanahan lineup, replacing Kaminsky. Bullware attempts the second, and he hits that. 5 minutes to play. 24-23 Shanahan. Eagles have yet to score here in the third quarter. Coatesville's outscored them 5-0. And another turnover. Shanahan recovers and sets up in their zone. Brickus' three-point attempt rims out. Eagles with the rebound. And a pass intended to go inside is picked off by Bullware, and Raiders on the run. Foul's called on number 22, Angelo of Bishop Shanahan. His second, team's second of the quarter. 32, Ford checks back into the Shanahan lineup. Coatesville inbounds underneath their own basket. Deep into the corner for Brickus. Jameer Brickus, Dupree Bryant on the drive, stripped away. Steal by the Eagles. Blocked by Coatesville. Breakaway layup by O'Malley, blocked by Dupree Bryant. Coatesville back on offense. Tip in. Kamayu Brickus' shot misses. 21, Joe Bullware tips it in. Coatesville takes the lead, 25-24. 7-0 this quarter. The Red Raiders have outscored the Eagles to take the lead. Missed three-pointer there by O'Malley, and Coatesville looks to run. Good block on the play. Bryant's shot is blocked by number 22, Angelo. Coatesville will keep possession underneath their own hoop. 3 minutes, 23 seconds. 25-24, Coatesville. Brickis' three-pointer from the corner is off. Shanahan rebounds. Coatesville continue to stay man. Good back door, and a layup is missed. Boulware goes in, and a shot is blocked. Foul's called. And number 10, Dodds, his second. Timeout call on the court by Shanahan. Second timeout they've called this quarter. 30-second timeout. Again, Coatesville's pressure D has definitely been turned up. Shanahan's had a few shots blocked, missed some others. Coatesville's gotten some steals. Red Raiders are still not hitting from the outside, so Shanahan has stayed zone. Coatesville's also having some free throw problems, not knocking down their foul shots. As we get set to resume action, Joe Boulware will be at the free throw line. He has one shot left. Number 24, Aaron Young, has checked in for the Red Raiders. Boulware shooting one. This one he hits. Exactly 3 minutes to play. Coatesville 26, Bishop Shanahan 24 in the third quarter. Angelo handles up top. Coatesville still man-to-man. Almost a turnover there. Ball goes out off of Coatesville. Number 5, Kamayu Brickis, the starter, checks back in for the Red Raiders. Shanahan inbounding on the side. Angelo handling up top. Another drive and miss for the Eagles. Coatesville looking to break. Dupre Bryant takes it to the hole and gets fouled.
Get the ball down low. Jesus Christ.
Foul's called on number 24 of the Eagles, O'Malley, his first. Number 4, freshman Dupre Bryant at the free throw line, shooting 2 shots for Coatesville. Number 20, Deering, checks into the lineup for the Eagles. Bryant attempting his second free throw. And he hits them both. 28-24 Red Raiders. 10-0 this quarter by Coatesville. Shanahan has yet to score. Kick out. Three-pointer on the way, no good. And it's going to be a foul against the Eagles. 32, Thomas Ford called for the foul. 15 foul on Bishop Shanahan in the second half. That's Ford's second. Coatesville brings the ball up the court. Shanahan now showing 3-2 zone. They've been playing 2-3 and 3-2. Shanahan now in the 3-2 zone. Daring Coatesville to make it from the outside. Inside pass. Boulware's shot is blocked. Dodds with the block. Inside to Dodds. And he is fouled. Obvious size mismatch there. Coatesville trying to play Dodge with a much smaller player. Not able to do it. Dodge posted up well, took it to the hole. Fouls on number 10 of the Red Raiders. Avery Young gets second. Kevin Dodge shooting 2 for the Eagles. Dodge gets another. And he hits it. That is Bishop Shanahan's first point of the third quarter. Minute 30 to play. Coatesville's outscored them 10-1 this quarter. Still the zone from the Eagles. 3-2 now. 3-2 look. Inside pass. And they're going to get the foul on the Red Raiders. Number 10, Avery Young, pushes off to get position. 15 foul against the Red Raiders. Third foul against Avery Young. Shanahan ball coming the length of the court. Angelo on the handle for the Eagles. Going against Kamayu Brickus of the Red Raiders. Shanahan seeing the mismatch inside. 2 straight times the Eagles have gone inside to Kevin Dodge because they have a distinct height advantage there. Fouls on 21, Joe Boulware of the Red Raiders, his second, team 6. Dodge back to the free throw line, shooting 2. The big man, number 11, Tyrell Bladen, in for Boulware. Coatesville seeing that Shanahan has recognized the mismatch inside, so they're going to get their big man back in the game. Again, Dodge hits 1 of 2, 2 straight trips. 45 seconds to play in the third quarter. 28-26, Coatesville in the Ches-Mont title game. Dupree Bryant up top, handling for Raiders. To Kamayu Brickus with the shot. Air balls a 3-pointer. Coatesville fans don't like that call. The foul was called on Dupree Bryant. That is going to be Coatesville's 7th, and it's going to send Shanahan to the line shooting 1 and 1. That was Bryant's first. 22, David Angelo at the free throw line shooting 1 and 1. Angelo hits them both. We have a tie game. 15 seconds to play, third quarter. Coatesville wants to get the last shot of the quarter here. Brickus up top, and it rims out. That is the end of 3 quarters of play in the Ches-Mont title game. Your score, Coatesville Red Raiders 28. Bishop Shanahan 28. Coatesville outscored Bishop Shanahan 10-4 in that quarter. Bishop Shanahan did not make a field goal. The Eagles had 4 free throws in the quarter, no field goals. So we head into the fourth quarter of our Ches-Mont title game, all knotted up at 28. The pace is certainly what Bishop Shanahan wants. Coatesville's pressure was a little bit better in the third quarter. Got Shanahan rattled a little bit. but the Red Raiders cannot buy one from the outside. Bishop Shanahan is going to stay in their zones, either 2-3 zone or the 3-2-3 zone or 3-2 zone, until Coatesville shows they can make an outside shot. The Eagles will not come out of the zone if Coatesville's not hitting. Coatesville will continue to stay with their pressure man-to-man defense because it got some results in that third quarter, and they will try and get the Eagles rattled and get some fast break opportunities. With the alternating possession, Bishop Shanahan ball to start the fourth quarter. Here on 3ctvlive.com, the Ches-Mont title game. Angelo on the handle out front, being played by Kamayu Brickus. Eagles looking to be patient, trying to post up Dodds against Bladen. Dodds makes his move and loses the ball. Coatesville ball. Kamayu Brickus brings it up for the Red Raiders, facing the zone, now a 3-2 zone from the Eagles. Dupree Bryant on the drive, but he loses it. Shanahan on the push. Now they'll slow it up. Angelo on the handle. Foul is called on the play. Foul's called on number 11, Bladen of the Red Raiders. That'll send number 20, Brendan Deering, to the free throw line for Shanahan, shooting 2. Bladen's second foul of the game. First free throws off. Raiders bring Hassan Young back into the game, replacing Dupree Bryant. Second shot for Deering. And this one he makes. Bullware back into the Coatesville lineup, replacing Bladen. Bishop Shanahan takes the lead, 29-28. 6 minutes, 50 seconds to play in the fourth quarter. Chesmont title game here at Downingtown West Wagner Gymnasium. Hassan Young lets it fly. It is off. Oh, and the tip in comes out. Halfway down. Tion Holmes tipped it and went halfway down, but rattled out. Tried to go inside to Dodds, but stolen away. Jameer Brickus on the handle. Misses, and Dodds runs the floor and gets the rebound. Shanahan trying to settle it down. The Eagles now have the lead by a point. Drive, hard drive to the hole. 32, Ford takes it to the basket and gets fouled. Foul's called on number 2, Jameer Brickus of the Red Raiders, his third. Ford will shoot 2 shots for the Eagles. And it is out. The Eagles continue to struggle from the free throw line here in the second half. Many trips where they're just making 1 of 2 foul shots. And he misses them both. And it is knocked out of bounds by Dodds, so Coatesville will have possession. Avery Young into the Coatesville lineup, replacing Holmes. 29-28 Bishop Shanahan, just under 6 minutes to play in the fourth quarter. Hard to believe, but the Eagles have not made a field goal in the entire second half. They have 5 free throws, and that's it. Inside it goes. Bulware shot is blocked. Dodge with the block. Long pass down to Dodge, but he was too far under the basket. Now a good drive here. And it is no good by Deering, and here comes Coatesville. Number 1, Hassan Young hits the jumper, and the Red Raiders retake the lead. Coatesville calls a quick timeout. It is a full timeout. The Red Raiders have called a full timeout. Hassan Young of the Red Raiders, the one player managing to light it up with 12 points. Leading scorer. Still very balanced scoring by Shanahan. Again, if you're watching this game tonight on 3ctvlive.com, tell your friends about it. Tell them to log on to 3ctvlive.com to watch the Ches-Mont championship game. Watch it, tell your friends they can log on and watch it. Fans are getting raucous here. Good student sections from both Coatesville and Shanahan cheering loudly. Packed house here at the Wagner Gymnasium at Downingtown West High. Again, this is Scott Kershey bringing you your game here tonight. 5 minutes, 20 seconds to play in the ball game. Coatesville 30, Bishop Shanahan 29 in the Ches-Mont title game. Shanahan inbounding, going the length of the court. Coatesville's up in their usual full court pressure. Angelo with the handle for the Eagles. Eagles looking to go inside. And a field goal. Number 5, John Kaczynski scores, putting the Eagles back on top. That is Bishop Shanahan's first field goal of the second half. 31-30, Eagles lead. Still zoned by Bishop Shanahan. And stolen away. Coatesville tried to go inside, but Shanahan stripped the ball. Ford on the drive. Foul is called. Foul's called on number 21, Bulware of the Red Raiders. That's his third. Number 32, Thomas Ford, will go to the free throw line for the Eagles. He'll be shooting 2 shots. And that one rolls in. 23, Dan Brown checks back into the game for the Eagles, replacing number 20, Deering. And the shot is short, and Shanahan continues to struggle on the free throw line, many times hitting just 1 of 2 foul shots. 32-30, Bishop Shanahan leads. 4:20 to play in the fourth quarter. Blocking foul call on that. 24, Joe O'Malley. His second, team 6th. Number 12, Tion Holmes checks in. As you can tell, the Shanahan fans didn't like that call. Coatesville working the ball around the perimeter against this 3-2 zone. Inside they try and go, and stolen away. Look inside. And it's saved. Great defensive play by Holmes, and then the save. Holmes with a block and then the save for the Red Raiders. And the field goal is good. Jameer Brickus drives, scores, and gets fouled. That ties the game up. Foul was called on O'Malley, his third. Looked like a little bit NBA continuation there on the call, but Coatesville will take it. Brickus hits the free throw. Coatesville takes the lead. 32nd timeout called by the Red Raiders. DePray Bryant checks into the game for the Red Raiders, probably to put some defensive pressure on Bishop Shanahan. Again, we're 3 minutes and 25 seconds to play in the ball game, and in the second half of this game, Bishop Shanahan has exactly one field goal in the entire second half, down by 1 point. Shanahan will have the ball going the length of the court. Coatesville's coming up with their full court pressure. They use Dodds to be a press breaker to throw the pass to him. Almost a tip away. And Coatesville continues to put pressure on the ball, even 40 feet from the basket. Good drive by Ford. He misses. Coatesville pulls the rebound, and a foul is called. A long way from the hoop, but a foul is called on number 10, Dodds. Bishop Shanahan is over the limit, so Coatesville will go to the free throw line to shoot 1 and 1. Number 5 on the line, Kabayu Brickus, shooting 1 and 1. Again, both teams have struggled from the free throw line tonight. In and out, but Coatesville tracks down the rebound. Number 10, Avery Brown, managed to track down the rebound on the missed free throw. He was trapped in the corner, and Coatesville calls a timeout. So Coatesville calls a full timeout. They called a timeout to preserve possession because they were in trouble in the deep corner. Again, both teams have struggled from the free throw line here in the second half. Coatesville still has not shown any ability to hit the outside shot, so Shanahan has stayed 2-3 and 3-2 zone. Coatesville's pressure defense has forced multiple turnovers. They've also altered many shots by the Eagles. At this point in the fourth quarter, Coatesville has outscored Shanahan 5-4 to have the 1 point lead. But as we said, Shanahan has scored one field goal in the second half. Coatesville ball in the deep corner. Now Coatesville's going to be patient. They have the lead. Shanahan's in the zone. Coatesville's going to make them come out and get them. There it goes to DePray Bryant with the drive, kicks inside. Sion Holmes misses 2 layups. Coatesville got exactly what they wanted and missed the layups. Rebound by Coatesville off the miss shot by Brown. And it looks like the Red Raiders have forced Shanahan to go man-to-man. Eagles now have to play man-to-man. 2:10 to play in the fourth quarter. Coatesville by 1, 33-32. Shanahan has now gone man-to-man as the Raiders are holding the ball. Less than 2 minutes to play. Coatesville still continues to hold. Kamayu Brickus and Jameer Brickus out front handling the ball. And a missed layup by the Red Raiders. Kaczynski back into the game for Bishop Shanahan. Eagles going length of the court against the Red Raiders' pressure. Again, using Dodds to break the full court pressure. 1 minute, 25 seconds to play in the fourth quarter. Almost thrown away. Angelo kicks inside. Ford tries to drive. Angelo comes off the screen and drives. And there's a foul on the play. Fouls on number 12, Tion Holmes of the Red Raiders. Number 5, John Kaczynski goes to the free throw line to shoot 2 shots. 1 minute exactly to play. 33-32, Coatesville leads. Kaczynski hits it. We have a tie game. No. And again, 1 for 2 from the free throw line for the Eagles. 33-33, less than a minute to play. Coatesville holding the ball up front. Jameer Brickus on the dribble. Shanahan out in man-to-man. Off to Dupre Bryant, to Brickus, the 2 freshmen for Coatesville out front handling the ball. And it's a walk. Traveling is the call. Bishop Shanahan basketball. And the Eagles call timeout. Coatesville was obviously holding for the last shot. Brickus stumbled, lost his footing, and got called for the travel, giving the ball to Shanahan. We have 15.2 seconds to play in the fourth quarter. We have a tie score, 33-33. The Eagles called a full timeout to set up their last play. Be interesting to see what the Eagles choose to do. Have Angelo or Ford drive to the hole and dish off to Dodds, drive and dish, or drive all the way. I would imagine the Eagles will try and take the ball to the basket and draw a foul on the Red Raiders. Shanahan will inbound at midcourt. O'Malley taking it in. Here we go for the Ches-Mont title. Inbound to Angelo. Guarded by Kamayu Brickus. Rebound is missed. Coatesville pushes up court. And a foul is called. There is a foul called on the play. Referees are discussing whether there was any time on the clock. Shanahan missed. Coatesville rebounded and pushed the ball up the court to Dupre Bryant. The referee did call a foul. They're talking about if there's any time on the clock. That's what this discussion is about. Is there time on the clock? And the foul has been called. Now they'll probably have to make a decision if there's any time. And they have put 0.5 on the scoreboard, 0.5. But it is a 1-and-1. It is not a two-shot foul. Dupre Bryant, the freshman, will be shooting 1-and-1. And to ice him, Bishop Shanahan coach Ken Doyle calls timeout. Shanahan calls a full timeout. Not too much you can do here if you're the Eagles. You're just trying to ice Dupre Bryant. 0.5 seconds on the clock. So even if he misses, Shanahan's not going to be able to do anything. Eagles are hoping for overtime. Raiders need a make, and they will probably win the game. Coatesville fans being rowdy. Shanahan fans a little bit quiet. I'm sure they'll make some ruckus when Bryant steps to the free throw line. Here we go for the Ches-Mont title. Freshman number 4, Dupre Bryant, to the free throw line, shooting 1-and-1 for the Red Raiders. He misses. And we are going overtime. Overtime in the Chesmont championship game here on 3ctvlive.com. 33-33. In that fourth quarter, Coatesville scored 6 points. Bishop Shanahan scored 5 points. The Eagles have scored 9 points in the second half of the game. They have made 1 field goal. Shanahan has 1 field goal in the second half and 7 free throws. So here are the overtime rules. We have a 4-minute overtime period. The overtime will start with a jump ball. No alternating possession right now. We'll have a jump ball to start the overtime, then we go to the alternating possession. Each team gets an extra timeout to use during the overtime period. Dodge jumping for Bishop Shanahan. Tion Holmes jumping for Coatesville. And Shanahan controls the tap. Angelo with the ball out front, handling for the Eagles. Man-to-man pressure from Coatesville. Shot is off. Jump ball is the call because of the alternating possession. It will be Coatesville's ball. Tie game now, so Shanahan is back in their zone. Eagles drop back into a 3-2 zone, daring Coatesville to make an outside shot. And an unforced turnover. Unforced turnover by the Red Raiders gives the ball back to Shanahan. Angelo with the handle for the Eagles, pressured by Hassan Young. Raiders trying to pick up the pressure here. Looking inside to Dodds. Kick out. Angelo. Ford. Brown with the three-pointer. No good. Two minutes, 55 seconds to play in the overtime. 33-33 in the Chesmont title game. Hassan Young hits the three. Hassan Young, the only Red Raider who's shown any outside shooting tonight. His third three-pointer. So after hitting that three-pointer, Coatesville calls a quick timeout. We have 2 minutes and 38 seconds to play in overtime. Red Raiders lead the Eagles 36-33. Coatesville will probably stay with their man pressure. If Shanahan fails to score this time down the court, you can probably look for the Red Raiders to hold the ball, force Shanahan to come out and play the man-to-man. As long as the game, if Shanahan can tie the game, they'll probably drop back in their zone. Two minutes, 40 seconds to play in overtime. Here on 3CTVLive.com from Downingtown West Wagner Gymnasium, the Ches-Mont title game. Shanahan inbounds to Angelo. Now O'Malley bringing it up. And almost a steal. Jameer Brickus right in his face. Gets the tip away, but can't control it. Thomas Ford brings it up now. Avery Young for Coatesville on the D. Ford drives. There's a kick out. And it rims out. Joe O'Malley had his three-pointer bounce around and pop out. Coatesville with the lead coming up. We now have 2 minutes to play in overtime. Coatesville up by 3. Shanahan's extending their zone. Now they're now they are man-to-man. They've gone man-to-man. Coatesville's going to hold it. Jameer Brickus on the handle. He drives. And misses. Down court come the Shanahan Eagles. Shot is missed. Rebound by Hassan Young, and he is fouled. .24 O'Malley is called for the foul. Both teams are now over the 10-foul limit. So all free throws now in the overtime will be 2 shots. Hassan Young to the free throw line. He will be shooting 2 for the Red Raiders. And again, both teams, Coatesville and Shanahan, both teams with major free throw issues throughout the second half. If any team had been hot from the free throw line, they would have put this game away. Big free throw there by Young puts Coatesville up by 4. Aaron Young replaces Hassan Young for Coatesville. Raiders still continue with the pressure. 1 minute, 30 seconds to play in the overtime. Coatesville 37, Bishop Shanahan 33. Ford on the dribble. To O'Malley, to Angelo. Tries to go inside to Dodds. He misses, but called for the foul is Tion Holmes. Eagles definitely wanted to post up Dodds that time. They got it into him. On his move, he was fouled by number 12, Holmes, his second. Number 10, Kevin Dodds goes to the free throw line. He'll be shooting 2 shots for the Eagles. Have a little cleanup on the court. Bit warm here in the Wagner Gymnasium. Players have really been putting out a maximum effort. And he rolls it in. Kaczynski in for Shanahan. Hassan Young in for Coatesville. 37-34 Red Raiders. Dodds with another shot. That one is off. Rebounded by the Red Raiders. And the Red Raiders will be patient here. 37-34 Coatesville. Shanahan comes out and gets some man. 1 minute to play in overtime. 1. Jameer Brick is with the handle. Coatesville calls timeout. It is a full timeout for the Red Raiders. Both teams, I'm sure, discussing strategy here for Shanahan. Are we going to come out and get the man-to-man? Are we going to try and trap? Are we going to foul? Because to be honest, neither team has shot the free throws well. For Coatesville, are we holding the ball? Are we trying to score? Are we shooting only layups? Major decisions being made by both coaches now. Ken Doyle for the Eagles, Chuck Moore for the Red Raiders. Will Shanahan trap? Will Shanahan foul? For Coatesville, are we going to hold the ball or are we going to try and score? 51.7 seconds to play. In overtime, Coatesville 37, Bishop Shanahan 34 in the Ches-Mont title game. Inbounded deep to Brickus. Here they come. Brickus on the handle to Kamayo Brickus. He drives, it's blocked, he rebounds, and fouled. Kamayo Brickus drove to the hole, missed the shot, got his own rebound. Shanahan fouled him immediately. 38.1 seconds to play. Kamayo Brickus at the line, shooting 2 shots. And he misses. One more for Kamayo Brickus. He hits that one, putting the Raiders up by 4. Aaron Young chucks into the Raider lineup, replacing Hassan Young. Coatesville still stays with the full court pressure, forcing Shanahan to handle. Angelo bringing it up. 30 seconds to play. Coatesville by 4. Angelo with the handle. He breaks him down. He moves. Ford on the drive. It is a charge. Thomas Ford, charge on the call. Coatesville gets the ball. 22.7 seconds remaining, Raiders by 4. Shanahan comes up and gets them full court. The Eagles are going to be forced to foul now. Ball's inbound to Kamayu Brickus, who's immediately fouled. Kamayu Brickus back to the free throw line. Just a few seconds ago, he made 1 of 2. He will be shooting 2 shots because we're in the double bonus. Not sure exactly what the referees are talking about in this situation. Little conference. Again, 2 shots for Kamayu Brickus. And he knocks that one down, giving Coatesville a 5-point lead. And the Eagles will call a timeout. So Shanahan talking over the strategy here. Are we going to drive to the hoop? Are we going to attempt a 3? So far in the overtime, with 21.9 seconds to play, Shanahan has not scored. Coatesville has outscored Shanahan 6-0 here in the overtime. And I think one of the more amazing facts right now, at this point in the second half, Bishop Shanahan has made exactly 1 field goal in the entire second half of the ball game. I'll take that back. Shanahan has scored in the overtime. The Eagles have scored 1 point. It's 6-1 Coatesville in the overtime, not 6-0. Kamayu Brickus at the free throw line. He'll have 1 shot for Coatesville. And he swishes that one. 40-34, Coatesville. Raiders still in the press, into Dodds. Slowly bringing it up, looks to drive. And the field goal is good. They inbounded to the Dodds. He dribbled it up the court, posted up Tion Holmes, and scored and was fouled. Not a good foul by the Red Raiders. Making the score 40-36. Dodds will shoot 1 shot. Could make this an interesting game if he hits this, which he does. And Shanahan calls another timeout. So again, very interesting strategy has to be talked about here. Shanahan, will we foul immediately? If we don't get a steal right away, are we going to foul right away? And I would say they probably will. Coatesville, key for the Red Raiders, number 1, get the ball inbounds. Number 2, although the Red Raiders have not shot free throws very well, you want to get the ball into the hands of a man who can make free throws. Kamayu Brickus has just made 3 of his last 4 free throws. They might try to get it in to him. Coatesville will be going the length of the court. Shanahan's put their center, the big man, number 10, Dodds, on the ball to put pressure. Avery Young can run the baseline for the Red Raiders, which he does. Inbounds to Jameer Brickus, who is fouled immediately by Angelo. Only a few tenths of a second ran off the clock. So let's set our situation here. 15.1 seconds to play in overtime. Coatesville 40, Bishop Shanahan 37. Freshman Jameer Brickus at the free throw line, shooting 2. And again, both teams' free throw shooting issues throughout the entire second half. This is a big one for Coatesville. That one he hits, putting the Raiders up by 4. Defensive substitution as Aaron Young comes into the game for the Red Raiders. Coatesville continues with some full court pressure. Shanahan inbounds to Dodds. They trying to kick out, and it's stolen away by Kamayu Brickus. And he lays it in. And that is the ball game. Your final score, Coatesville Red Raiders 43, Bishop Shanahan Eagles 37 in overtime. Coatesville Red Raiders win their second straight Ches-Mont title. Key plays in the overtime by Kamayu Brickus of the Red Raiders. Kamayu Brickus of the Red Raiders key in the overtime with free throws, a steal, and that last field goal. In the overtime, Coatesville outscored Bishop Shanahan 10-4. As the coaches sit down and look at this game, both sides, one thing is going to jump out at both coaches, and that is free throw shooting. Free throw shooting hurt both teams. Shanahan certainly could have been in the game or maybe won the game with better free throw shooting. Coatesville could have pulled away and had an easier victory with better free throw shooting. But it was an exciting game, if not a particularly well-played game. Both teams played very hard. The Red Raiders pulled out in overtime. This is Scott Kershey here for 3CTVLive.com. Down on the court at the end of our Ches-Mont title game, Coatesville Red Raiders are getting their Ches-Mont championship trophy. Second year in a row, the Red Raiders have won the Ches-Mont title, defeating Bishop Shanahan 43-37 in overtime here tonight. Coatesville outscores Shanahan 10-4 in the overtime period. An amazing statistic on the game. Bishop Shanahan only had 2 field goals in the second half and overtime for the game. Major factor in the game for both teams, poor free throw shooting. Shanahan and Coatesville both could not make their free throws down the stretch. It would have given Coatesville an easier win. It would have given Shanahan a chance to win. But both teams are going on. Shanahan, number 4 seed in the 5A District 1 playoffs. Coatesville Red Raiders, number 4 seed in the 6A District 1 playoffs. So we will sign off here from Downingtown West High, the Wagner Gymnasium, for 3CTVLive.com. Coatesville wins the Ches-Mont title 43-37 over Bishop Shanahan in overtime. Good night, folks. This has been Scott Kershey bringing you our game.
Right here, Brock. There he is, right there. Brock. Brock. Brock, right here. That's what I'm waiting for.
Were you talking to the guys that were here last year?
Yeah, we talked to them.
What were they saying to you throughout the season?
Go out and just win.
So I was saying, what does it mean to you to like to do that, to feel like to make them happy?
Oh yeah, that's my chance back to back. We smiling? Yeah, smiling. Yeah, smiling. Is he recorded? Dude, I don't want in. 3CTV, what's good? How y'all doing? We're gonna be back for districts? That's what I like to hear.
No, so I like to hear. Tough one last night, man.
Yes, sir. Let's get it done, man. Let's get it done.
I got districts on Saturday, right?
Yeah.
It's just like the pictures. Everybody will come out and cut when they get to the chips. Shout out. 7 o'clock. Shout out Joey B from the mate. From the mate. Shout out home team. Home team hoops.
Hey, number 11, I'm slamming everything.
Yo, I got no shots.